What's going on, guys? Briar Rabbit here. Today I want to talk about this image. This is the Rise of Iron poster that appears to be a leaked image of promotional material for Destiny's upcoming September expansion. This was leaked on Reddit yesterday, and it set the Destiny community ablaze. It's a very interesting image, and we're going to talk about it a lot here. I want to talk about what we know about the image, what we think about the image, and do a lot of speculation about the image as well. So first of all, is this thing real? There's a few reasons I think it is real. First of all, the level of artistry is very high in here. If you look at the breach in the wall and the amount of detail that has gone into creating the level of destruction inside of that breach, if you look at Lord Saladin, you look at the wolves, you look at the surrounding rocks, even his axe, the logos on top of the image, they all just look like very high level artwork, and it looks like what we've seen from Destiny promotional material in the past. Also, it's new art. It's not repurposed art. It's not like somebody took some images from old art and repurposed them to put this image together. It looks like brand new art. So if somebody was to draw this, put it together, and try and fool us with this image, it's a very good fake if it's a fake, but I don't believe it is a fake. It looks like real promotional material to me. Also, we had Jason Schreier from Kotaku confirm that, yes, it is real. Now, if you know Jason Schreier, he has had quite a few leaks in the past that have been confirmed over time. He seems to have some sources inside of Bungie that give him some very good details. He says, yes, it is real. So, assuming it is real, what is it? What are we looking at here? We're looking at a very compelling picture. We've got Lord Saladin standing in the foreground. He's surrounded by wolves. He's holding a double-sided flaming two-handed axe, and he seems to be standing in front of a breach in the Cosmodrome wall. So there's been a little controversy on that part of the image, but if you look in the left side of the picture, there seems to be some Russian writing that looks very similar to what you see in the Cosmodrome. So what I'm assuming here is that this is the Cosmodrome wall. There is a breach in it. Lord Saladin is in that breach or near that breach. He looks ready for battle with his two-handed axe, and he's got some wolves to assist him in battle. Also, the snow is compelling. The only place that we've played Destiny that has snow is in the Cosmodrome. The Cosmodrome is filled with snow, being in Russia. Next, let's refer back to Kotaku's article. In Kotaku's article, he says that this will be an expansion that is larger in scale than both Year 1 DLCs. That means Dark Below and House of Wolves. For reference, we could look at the Taken King. That was an expansion that was larger than Dark Below and House of Wolves. So hopefully, what I can hope for anyway, is something that is about the scale of the Taken King. Next, he also says that the new raid will be centered around the Fallen race. So we all assume that we're going to get a new raid in the September expansion. A lot of people were thinking it was going to be a Cabal raid, but it seems like it's going to be centered around the Fallen race with a twist. So we're going to get a Fallen raid. This is going to be a Fallen themed expansion, but the Fallen are going to have some sort of twist. Now, what kind of twist could that be? I would expect something along the lines of the Taken. We saw in the Taken King that we got similar enemies, but they had a twist. They were Taken. They had new visual elements, new ways of attacking. They had new attacks, new defenses. And that's what I'm expecting to see with the Fallen, is some kind of a twist that gives them either new abilities, new defenses, or even some brand new character types, new ways to fight the Fallen, because we have been fighting the Fallen since day one of Destiny, and it would be nice to see some different types of enemies there. I find that with the twist to be very interesting and ripe for speculation, frankly. Next, the image itself, we got Lord Saladin in it. It's called Rise of Iron. This very much harkens to images of the Iron Banner. Some people are saying this is going to be a PvP-based expansion, and I doubt that. I don't think it's going to be a PvP-based expansion. I think there will be changes to PvP. I'm sure that we'll get some new PvP maps, possibly some new PvP game modes, and I'd love to see an expansion that deals with the breadth and scope of the Iron Banner. I'd love to see that expanded on, possibly adding ranked play to the Iron Banner, or making the Iron Banner a permanent ranked play playlist. I think that would add a lot of value to the Iron Banner, as the Iron Banner really feels like a year one version of Destiny to me. So that would be nice. But what I really speculate seeing here is the fact that Lord Saladin is front and center. He looks to be out in the Cosmodrome ready for battle, and I'm guessing that's what we're really going to expect in PvE. We're going to have a quest giver of Lord Saladin. He has prepared us using the Iron Banner for battle, and now he is going to be in charge of this front, of this fight against this new fallen enemy. And that is very exciting. Lord Saladin is a very fun character. He's very mysterious. It'll be very fun to learn more about him, similar to how we learned more about Cayde 6 in the Taken King expansion. So I expect to see a lot more Lord Saladin, him as a quest giver, him in cutscenes, and that should be very, very well received. I also would love to see him actually enter the world at large. Instead of just seeing these characters in the tower, it would be lovely to see some characters like Lord Saladin actually exit the tower and come fight by our sides. I don't know if that's going to happen, but it would be amazing. Next, I want to talk about the fact that this picture is in the Cosmodrome. This may be too much speculation here, but imagine if they actually added more areas to the Cosmodrome. If they expanded on how big the Cosmodrome was and put a raid on Earth. I think a raid on Earth could be very fun, and it'd be very cool if the raid was kind of a reverse raid. Imagine the Fallen are planning another attack on Earth. We know that the Fallen have attacked the tower many times. Maybe they're planning another attack on the tower, and it's up to us to defend the tower. The raid, instead of us going into the enemy stronghold, would be about us defending our own home. And I think that could be very interesting for a raid. And I think it could create a lot of very different ways to play a raid than what we've seen from the previous 3 raids in Destiny. So there's a lot here that can be speculated about, and this is purely speculation at this point. I love the fact that he's holding this two-handed, flaming, double-sided axe. This thing looks amazing. I wonder if this is just for art purposes, just to make Lord Saladin look like a badass. I kind of doubt that. I'm assuming that this is going to be something like the Scorch Cannon, where you can actually pick this up and use it in-game, or maybe even like the swords in Destiny right now, or in the Taken King right now, where you can earn these things yourselves and go, wield them around the world at will. Maybe a new heavy weapon that's an axe with some new abilities that act similar to a sword, but maybe it's slower to hit but does more damage than a sword. The thing looks amazing with the black handle and the gold filigree and the flames coming off of the axe. And maybe we get 3 weapons, 1 for each character type, or maybe it's just axes all around. But again, it could just be art for Lord Saladin. I also want to talk about the wolves a little bit. Some people have been talking, maybe we'll get pets in Destiny. I really don't see this one happening. I think the wolves are probably just because, the Iron Banner is very much associated with wolves, the Lords of Wolves, and I think this is just art that goes along with that. I very much doubt that we're going to get pets in Destiny. At this point, I think that the memory requirements for adding a pet basically would just be too much for the older systems to handle. They're already struggling as it is. Maybe in Destiny 2, when they move to next-gen consoles only or current-gen consoles only, we'll get something like pets. But I think this is just artwork. I would be thrilled if we did get pets. That'd be another thing to collect, another thing to use as an attack or a defense. But I don't really think we're going to get pets. So what I'm thinking right now is that the Rise of Iron is very specifically geared toward both PvP and PvE. PvP, I'm hoping for an expansion of the scope of the Iron Banner. I'd love to see ranked playlists come along with the Rise of Iron. But I also think that the Rise of Iron is very much going to be about the participants of the Iron Banner finally having achieved a level of training that they can now go out into the world and fight. And maybe we are attacked. Maybe we're attacked by the Fallen. They're coming, they're attacking, and we need to defend the last city, and that fight starts in the Cosmodrome. Again, that's a lot of speculation. There's a lot of speculating to be done about this image. My suspicion is in mid-June when E3 comes along, Destiny and Bungie is going to be talking a lot about this expansion. It's going to be a very exciting time to follow Bungie, follow your favorite YouTubers, because there's going to be a lot of new information coming out starting at E3 and I think coming out throughout the summertime. So that should be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to this. This image has really excited me. It's such a fantastic image. It gets me ready to fight in Destiny. It conjures up images of, just epic fighting, and I like that. So it looks cool to me. I'm wondering what you guys think. What do you think about the image? What do you think that the new expansion will be? I'm actually really excited that it is a Fallen themed expansion. I know a lot of people were expecting Cabal, a lot of people were excited about Cabal. I was excited about Cabal, but the Fallen to me have always been the enemies that I can relate to the most. They're the most like our own Guardians. They once had the light of the Traveler, they lost it. Now they're coming back here looking to regain it. And I find that to be very interesting. And I'm looking forward to opening up more of their story. We had a little bit of their story open up in the House of Wolves. I feel like that was PvE-wise and lore-wise a bit of a disappointing expansion. So I'm hoping that we get a lot more. And I think a raid-type expansion, a Taken King type expansion could really do that for us. So I'm actually pretty excited about a Fallen themed expansion. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching. Hit that like button if you liked the video. Hit subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time.